Hey, it's pasthisprime here. Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3, where we are very close to the end now. And I've just bought some potions in this store here. And I'm just going to do a long rest, and I didn't know what was going to happen, so that's why I basically left it for the video, because I'm not sure what happens, because we need to go and speak to Karlach. See if we can get her back in the party. Where did she hide out? No, that's not her. Where does she hang out? Sorry. Gale. Okay, great. No one else appears. That's nice. Okay, not these guys. Oh, there she is. Alright, let's go chat to her.
Hey, soldier. You're back.
I've been worried about you. Are you alright?
Yeah, despite my best efforts. I kept trying to flop over and give up, but Karlach just won't let me. Did I miss anything important?
We can talk about that later. I'm more concerned about you.
Would you believe it if I said I'm all right? You know, soldier, we're so fucked. The Dark Three are trying to consume the Sword Coast. We've still got tadpoles in our eyes, and I've got a ticking time bomb in my chest. I'm not sure anyone has ever been more fucked than this. And yet, we're fine. In this moment, we're fine. Here I am. There you are. Breathing, talking, even laughing if we want. Is it very precious to say that despite it all, I'm happy?
If you're happy, I'm happy.
In that case, there's something I wanted to ask you. Will you stay with me when it's time for me to go? I think I can do anything if you're there. Even die.
We're going to queue you before it comes to that. I just know it. I'm not sure I can. It'll be too hard. Of course I'll be there, Karlach. Whatever you want.
Thank you. Now, enough tragedy. I'm not gone yet, and our schedule is packed with important heroics, isn't it? Plus, if I cry any more, I'm going to run out of tears and start leaking motor oil. Thanks for everything, soldier. I'm extremely glad to be in this thing together.
Okay, you going to join my party again?
What's on your mind?
Come on, we're heading out.
Hell yes.
Okay. She is back. How are we all healed? When did that happen? I don't know. But we still need the long rest. Sorry. Are you playing a joke now? Alright, we're all healed. Everybody's good. Everybody's got all their stuff back. Alright, let's do our usual stuff. City animals. And we'll go for water. Okay, and then Gale.
Ready and willing.
Do your elemental. Oh, hang on, I'm doing 2 waters. Yeah, it did pretty good. Alright, and then restore your level 6. Okay, let's save. What I want to do, let's just go in here in case they reset the potions during the long rest.
It's you. I never forget a face. Welcome to Bone Cloaks. We've
You said
even
that
enough
last
left.
time.
Anyway,
Okay.
we can knock a little off the top of take your pick.
Yes. Ooh, yep. Yep. Now, I don't know what these do, but we're going to take them. Alright, have you got any ingredients? Alright, I'll take those. We'll buy that. Wonder if we need psychic resistance. Okay. Alright, I think we're as ready as we can be, so let's go. Okay, so marking wise, what do we got? Skull, we never worked that out. There's the brain. have I ended up in a stupid spot? No, no. Oh, we just gotta find our way. Is it that way? No. Is it there? Wait, how do you get... This way? No, wrong way. God, Jesus, I'm hopeless with directions. Up this way. Okay, quick save. We can't walk over there. Hang on. The rats, the rats.
Let's have a look.
Severed torso.
Let's see.
Evading the old Emperor as interrogated by Gortash Part 3. When we captured you, you were a rogue, an autonomous illithid beyond the power of the elder brain that transformed you. That is correct. When we brought you back into the psionic ambit of our hovering friend, the Absolute, your defenses were overwhelmed and you returned to your former servile state. Also correct. How did you escape the control of the elder brain in the first place? In my original humanoid form, I possessed an exceptionally strong personality, so much so that even after ceramorphosis, I was still substantially myself. Of course, I concealed this beneath a semblance of perfect servitude, and that's why the elder brain was willing to send you out of the colony on scouting missions. Yes, as I told you before. How long did you feign mental slavery before you were able to escape? 13 3/4 years. Until finally you were given a mission to Baldur's Gate, distant enough to be out of the elder brain's control. That is correct. Remarkable. That is correct. And you don't mind that we've brought you back under psionic control. I am entirely devoted to the needs of our elder brain and of its masters. You're not lying about that, right? Correct. That would be impossible. Alright guys, I guess we're all getting in the skiff. Once you enter this place, there is no turning back. You will no longer have access to your camp or the items stored there. New players will not be able to join your party. Do you wish to proceed? Sure.
Pristine darkness in every direction. Silence, but for the gentle, rhythmic slap of water on rock as your vessel cuts through.
Jesus, that was big.
An overwhelming force pushes into your mind. The brain. It is here.
Can you smell it? The brine. It's infused with magic. The brain is here.
Really? I could not tell.
No traps, please. If not over, then
I
through.
guess we're going up there. Oh.
For me.
Oh, just keep saving.
Waiting, preparing, calculating, evolving.
Stronger than before. Much stronger. It's close. It has to be.
What's that? I don't know why I'm always the one being sent to smuggle goods into High Hall. I value my neck just as much as everyone else here, and those traps are just as dangerous as the day they were installed. It's only fair that I get a danger bonus for this work, so if you find this cache, it's because I'm keeping it here for my retirement, L. Oh, Carlex. Okay, we need to fix that up. Okay, we can't have Carlo bloody... Oh, because she wasn't there to sell everything. Okay. Well, let's drop a few things, hey? We do not want you encumbered. What's a headless corpse? Should I be worried about a trap?
What's hiding here? Okay, so we could go over there, but there was another way.
Dominated, controlled, crowned.
Prime spot for an ambush.
What? What did we say? Oh, right.
Devour.
Ah, are we going to get weakened by all of this?
ready for this.
I miss this.
Swords meet sorcery.
Yeah, can't quite do that.
Now this is my happy place.
What? The frick was that?
Time for a cull.
Oh, come on.
The lance board is set. Tormentor!
I have to admit, I dislike games that deliberately weaken you before the final boss.
Put him up.
I always think it's annoying. It's like, why? You know, seriously, the final boss should be the final boss. Don't weaken me before that. I healed up to go in with the best
Cry
opportunity,
about it.
and you tried to destroy that again with that freaking pushback.
Go for the throat. Spill some blood. Victory's assured.
Sure about that? Not when you miss it's not.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Yeah, hit it 3 times.
Fuck yes.
Well, at least it exploded away from me this time.
You're not gonna like this, mate.
There's blood in the air. Make it hurt.
These creatures were not themselves. Corruption is in the air. It infects everything it touches.
Alright. Got through one
How far
step.
can I go?
Alright, hang on. Let's have a look. I assume we're going up here. I don't know what that's showing.
Thrall. Break control.
We want to go down there or go into the door?
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Watch your back. Hardly a challenge.
Let's move.
I'm sorry, Listeliers. I held them off as long as I could. That thing has been digging into my mind like a burning wick melting a candle. Its voice cuts through my eardrums and into my spine. The others, what was done to them, I can't face it. You fought so hard to chisel our place in the Baldur's Gate. Please forgive me for not being as strong. Get out of here for me. Drarilus? So, I would say that they're headless because their heads exploded from the brain, probably shouting in their heads. That'd be my guess.
Time to press ahead.
Okay, nothing we can do there. Alright, down we go. We must be getting close now.
My head is pounding.
Alright, we're struggling to move there.
Deathly silence. The air is stale and putrid.
It's close. Have the stones ready.
Your blood slows. Your senses strung so tight they could snap in an instant.
You think you know why you are here? You think that by killing the Chosen and taking the Netherstones, you can destroy me? You are wrong.
It's messing with your mind. Don't listen to it. Use the stones.
Okay, muster the full might of your physical form. Throw it into breaking through the brain's defenses. For intelligence, your mind is yours to command. Block out all possibility of failure and compel the brain to submit. You have survived this far. Trust yourself. Dominate the brain. Well, that one gives us a little bit extra. Well, let's try this. Of course, of course. I feel this is probably important enough to try again.
By eliminating Ketheric, Orin, and Gortash, you have simply unbound me. Exactly as I intended. The crown is now mine to command. Mine alone.
Don't listen to it. Focus on the crown.
Oh, we could submit to domination, okay? The crown is an unmissable target. Set it in your sights and trust that you will strike true. A first attempt is just that. Iteration is key. Aim for the crown and try again. Or charisma. Nothing is immune to influence. Determined to master the brain. Alright, well our wisdom's got the best chance. $25. I guess that's it.
The crown is not my weakness. It is what made me what I am. I needed the crown to build an army. I needed the chosen to bring it to me. They would not have surrendered it freely, so I gave them what they wanted. Power. Just enough that they would play their part in my design. Their part has ended. The next orders will be mine.
I won't allow it. Again, dominate it.
Alright, you are strong, you are mighty, you will dominate the brain. Your resilience will not be shaken. Cast the spell again. It may not be easy, but it's always supposed to be possible. Do it again. Bow before the glory. Alright, well, Constitution's our best. 30? I think we're losing here.
And you had your role to play too. Who do you think told the Chosen about the astral prism? Who do you think planted the knowledge of Orpheus's power and the fear of what it could do? When the Chosen sent my thralls to retrieve the prism, who do you think let the Emperor slip its leash, knowing it would be the one to bring you to me?
Were you a part of its plan?
I only needed one Netherstone loosened from the Chosen's grasp to guarantee my freedom. You brought all three back to me. In doing so, you have liberated me. This was your role, and it is complete. Now you will witness the grand design.
We can't afford to let that happen.
Alright, what do we got? They all say the same thing. Oh, we got +2, +2, +4, +5, +1. I guess that's technically +6. Well, not technically, it is. Well, we have to go with that. Oh. 99? But I'm guessing if you roll a 20, that's a perfect. It'd work. And we got 21, so no. Well, I don't know what the point of the 3 nether stones were then. Useless.
This is not over.
What the hell? I wonder if you had any chance at all of beating him.
I pulled you out just in time. The situation is worse than I thought. This is an elder brain, no longer. The magic of the crown has caused it to evolve. It has become something more. A nether brain.
Yeah. I thought the nether stones were supposed to allow us to dominate the brain. Yeah, good point.
I thought so too. But that was when I believed it was still an elder brain. It has been anticipating our every move from the start. I underestimated it. We will need to rethink our plan.
Well, we have the Triune Netherstone. Okay. Not that it does anything. Okay, so we can... That's what I thought. How did we get down there again? Or where was it? Where was he kept? Was he in there? Now I'm assuming... so what have I got? Staff of Cherished Necromancy.
Death won't take me yet.
Do not seek me again. We are done. You will live with the consequences of your actions for the little time you have left.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll be thrilled. We're freeing him now.
As the Githyanki prince takes his blade, a silent cry pierces your head. It's unlike any sensation you've ever felt.
You reek of illithid. You took advantage of my powers, and you slaughtered my honor guard. Nonetheless, it seems we must be allies. You may address me as Your Majesty.
I don't know, we'll be civil. Well met, Your Majesty.
Make no mistake. Were it not for our common goal, I would strangle you where you stand. Your very existence tests my self-restraint. I will neither forgive nor forget your abuse of my powers.
The Emperor held all the cards until now. I freed you at the first opportunity.
That is false. You had the opportunity to surrender yourself to my honor guard. They would have given you a noble end. Any worthy individual destined to become Geik would have done so. My guard would have freed me, and I would have stopped the Elder Brain before it evolved into a Nether Brain. All that suffering, avoidable, were it not for the choices you made.
You went through a lot. You went through a lot, so I'll ignore that. Do you have an idea how to stop the brain? Let's just go with while we bicker.
In this, we are aligned. I am obliged to overlook your transgressions. We will destroy the Netherbrain together, and put a stop to this nascent empire before it expands into the stars. The Geik was correct about one thing. The Netherbrain's power is beyond us. The hardest metal in the world would not cut through its mind, for it is made of thought itself. At this point, it will take an illithid to unleash the full potential of the Netherstones.
Someone will need to turn into a mind flayer. Are you willing to do that? There has to be another way. I'm not becoming a mind flayer. I understand if that's what it takes, I'll do it. This isn't an easy decision. I need a moment to consider it. Okay, let's ask him.
Just as I was free, I will do it. I will become illithid. I will sacrifice my soul for my people. I will end the grand design.
Okay, keep your soul. Your people need you. I will make the sacrifice.
It seems I misjudged you. You were testing my honor. And in so doing, you have convinced me of yours. The Netherbrain wants nothing more than to see all infected become Gaik. My defenses keep the voice of the Absolute out. But just as I can raise them, so I can lower them. I will allow the voice of the Absolute in. Once it reaches you, it will order you to transform. It will only take a moment. And once you are a mind flayer, I will fold you under my protection once more. You will be the savior of empires. Not least, my own.
With the withdrawal of Orpheus's power, your mind is rushed with the full force of the Netherbrain. You feel a compulsion unlike anything you've ever known. Excruciating and exhilarating in equal measure. You wish nothing in the world but to evolve. Then, complete silence, as you are once again closed off from the Netherbrain's mind.
My people will remember you. The rebel illithid who stood beside their reborn prince and ended the grand design. Let us return now to the city and follow the path of the Netherbrain. That looked rather painful. Come, a most noble sacrifice.
Okay, this music is extremely loud compared to the talking. Alright, well, we have transformed. No hope for us anymore. Okay, we kept hold of the Netherstones. Gal needs to reforge the crown of Carsus. It's time to face the Netherbrain. Yeah. We freed Orpheus from his prison. With his assistance, we must defeat the Netherbrain. Then we can reinitiate rebellion against Queen of Valakith. Oh, we still got to do that? Jeez, okay. This story never ends. Alright, on that note, we probably need to come back in another video because we've run out of time. This music is driving me insane. We need to get out of here. Let me know your thoughts, opinions in the comments. Obviously avoid story spoilers, and if you are enjoying the content, please do consider subscribing, hit that like button, and check out the channel membership if you want to support the channel further and get early access to these videos. Say hi in the comments, let me know you're watching. I read all the comments and answer them all as soon as I possibly can. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.